Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today we are live again. Yeah, am I audible? So today's live session is, um, as from the topic as you guys already know, house prediction analysis. So today we are going to use Python, okay, to perform a data analysis, and then we'll perform uh, we'll take few models, we'll train them, and see which one will be the best. And by taking the best model, we'll predict the house prices. Okay, so for that, I'm going to use a data set. Okay, this data set uh, is particularly based on one city. Okay, which has uh, some details about the residential house pricing data from Bengaluru. Okay, now. This particular data set have datas which captures important real estate parameters, okay, like the property location, size, number of rooms, number of bathrooms, and overall price. Okay, now this data set which I'm using, that can be used for analyzing the price trends, okay, across different localities. Then for it has some missing values also. So using this data set, you can practice how to handle missing values and outliers. Then there is to perform feature engineering or real world data. For that purpose also you can use it. And to build and evaluate regression models, okay, for price prediction. For that also you can use this. So if in total I'll say, so this data set is uh, good for those who are students, okay, or those who are learning data science, or for entry level actually. Okay, so for entry level end-to-end ML projects, okay, if you want to put it on your resume or if you want to put it on your GitHub, so you can work on these data sets, okay, and you can put it them. Okay, so it will give you a good practice and a better understanding of how uh, data analysis is performed, okay, how you train the models, and how you can get the prediction done properly. Okay, so and the topic is also, as you can see, house prediction analysis. So it is one of the topics which is uh, which industry driven topic. Okay, so that is one of the things. But uh, as you guys already know, how we start our live session, we start our live session by a small quiz session. Okay, so we'll start by that. So let me just start with our first question. And today's questions are based on exploratory data analysis. Okay, so whatever the things from basics to intermediate level, we use it, or till now what we have used in EDA, performing as exploratory data analysis, all the questions are from them, that only. So it will be easy for you guys. Okay, uh, so let's just start with our first question that is on your screen. So, guys, the first question for today's live session is, can df.info help identify missing values in a data set? Yes or no? Okay, so I'll again repeat the question. Can df.info help identify missing values in a data set? Yes or no? I can see one yes in the chat. So we'll go with yes. Okay. So yes is the right answer for this question. So we'll move ahead with our next question. That is question number two. Okay, Vedant Sampatte. Yes, yeah, yes is the correct answer. So now let's move to the next question. That is question number two. Does df.describe include categorical means the object type columns by default? Yes or no? Okay, I can see few replies in the chat. Okay, yes, no. So let me give you the right answer for this particular question. The answer will be no, because by default describe does not takes uh, includes the categorical. If you want to include the categorical or the object type, so what do you need to do? Then you need to basically explicitly add a parameter called as include, where you have to give the value all. Okay, so that will make sure that it is added, means categorical values are also included. So by this we'll move to the next question, that is question number three. Is df dot is null function dot sum function used to count missing values column wise? Yes or no? Okay, I can see a couple of yes in the chat. So we'll go ahead with yes. Okay, so yes is the right answer for question number three, that it is used to see the missing values column wise. So let's move to the next question. That is yes. Okay, so question number four. Can a box plot be used to detect outliers in numerical data? Yes or no? Okay, so box plot is type of a plot. Okay, so now guys tell me, is this plot used to detect outliers in numerical data? Yes or no? Okay, as I can see multiple yes in the chat, so we'll go ahead with yes. Okay, so yes is the right answer for question number four. So let's move to the next question. That is question number five on your screen. Does df dot core, okay, it's core core function, compute correlation for non-numeric columns? Yes or no? Okay, read the question carefully. Compute correlation for non-numeric columns. Yes or no? And for question number four, it was yes. So let me just write it. Yeah, rightly said. Uh, so Vedant, Sampatte, and Perfect Not 3, they have said no. So for question number 5, no is the correct answer. So the answer will be no. Now let's move to the next question. That is question number 6 on your screen. Is a heat map a good visualization to understand correlation between features? Yes or no? Okay, again, I can see multiple yes in the chat. Uh, okay, so let's go ahead with yes. So yes is the correct answer for question number 6. That yes, we can use heat map, okay, for good visualize data visualization to understand the correlations between them. Okay, so heat map is a good visualization technique, is a good plot. So yeah, the answer will be yes. Let's move to the next question. That is question number 7 on your screen. Question is, can skewness of data affect the mean more than the median? Yes or no? Skewness means, guys, the data is uh, driven towards one part, either left side or right side. Okay, basically skewness means the asymmetry. Okay, in simple words, if I'll have to say, so then that. So now tell me. Okay, I can see one yes in the chat, so I'll go ahead with that. So yes is, yeah, okay, one more yes in the chat. So for question number 7, yes is the right answer. Okay, so yeah, so those who have said yes, it is correct. Let's move to the next question. That is question number 8 on your screen. So does value underscore counts function work only for numerical columns? Yes or no? Okay. No, I guess this is uh okay. No for both. So I can see one person has replied. Okay, there is one more no. So one have said one for both. No for both it is used, and one has said no. So no is the right answer, guys. Okay. So it works for categorical as well as numerical data. Okay. So it works for both. So yeah, no is the right answer. Let's move to the second last question of this quiz session. That is it necessary to perform EDA before building a machine learning model? Yes or no? Okay, I can see one yes. Okay, one more yes. Okay, so yeah, rightly said. For question number 9, yes is the correct answer. As Yes, it is necessary to perform EDA before building the machine learning models because, uh, see, in EDA helps us identify the missing values, duplicate records, incorrect data types. Okay, so these things comes inside EDA. Now, suppose if we have a logistic regression, so logistic regression takes only the numerical values, okay? So if you have any category which is of some different type, suppose for object, so it will give you an error. So then these kinds of technique or these types of things comes inside EDA. So that's why it's important, okay? So yeah, that is there. Now, the next question is that it will be the last question for this live session. That is question number 10 on your screen. Okay, so can pair plots help identify relationship between multiple variables at once? Yes or no? Yes or no? Okay, I can see a couple of yes in the chat. So the answer is yes only. Yes, a pair plot. It is a visualization used in exploratory data analysis to analyze relationship between the multiple variables at the same time. Okay, so basically it creates a matrix of plots. Okay, scatter plots for every pair of numerical features and distribution plots for in distribution plot histograms, okay, on the diagonal one. So yeah, so yes, the answer is yes. Now guys, by this we came to the end of the quiz session. Okay, now it's time for us to start with our the analysis for which we have created this live session. Okay, now one more thing guys before starting the proper analysis live session. Before that, I'll just tell you, please stay tuned because today we are going to use some advanced techniques, okay, some new techniques, list comprehensions to apply functions to apply or uh, categorize our data. So stay tuned up till last, okay? And I am damn sure that you are going to like this live session, okay? And you're going to learn too many things from this live session. Okay, so please stay there. Okay, and thank you for making the live session so much engaging. Okay, the quiz session. So yeah, now guys, uh, let's first start with understanding our data set. Okay, now I have in the starting of the live session only I have told you about the data set that. So again, I'll repeat. See, this particular data set which I'm going to use is I'm taken from Kaggle, and it is a house properly a house prediction data set. Okay, and it is a very old data set. Okay, so one thing is there, and this particular data set have some properties. About 9 columns it has. Okay, and approx I guess 15,000 plus rows are there. Okay, approx 30,000 I guess 13 15. Okay, I have also not checked. Okay, so for practice purpose this data set is very useful. Okay, and as I have said that for entry level people who are just trying, okay, and who are seeking for job and trying to make their or fill their resume with projects, so this is one of the things, okay, in which we are going to use multiple techniques, multiple models. Okay, so data visualization, so these are the things which we um, data cleaning, handling missing values, so all these things which we are going to perform today. So stay tuned. Okay, now let's start. So I'll start by uh, performing the setup. Setup means that I'll start by importing all the necessary libraries which we will be using here. So first being the pandas to handle the data, then for NumPy for the numerical operation, then matplotlib.pyplot for data visualization for creating the plots, then Seaborn to making advanced plots. Okay, and then I'm taking warning because in some of the things maybe there could be some places where it will throw a warning. So I don't want that kind of thing because I don't like that much red on my screen. So I'll ignore that kind of thing. So yeah, so then I'll make sure that I do not get those warnings. So that's why important the warning module. From that I'll use the filter warning. Now let me execute this cell. Okay, so as you can see now kernel is idle. So this cell has been successfully executed, means everything we have imported successfully. Now we just need to load our data set. Okay, so now we'll load our data set, which is in pandas, so pd.read csv, and I've just directly downloaded the file, so it will be present in my downloads. I have not seen it also. So so you guys can go if you guys are using Windows. Okay, so you have to just do what you have to go there and just simply just go there, simply copy the path, paste it over here. Okay, and always do the forward slashes. And put the path, the whole path of your file along with the file name and the extension inside the double quotes, or as well as you can use the single quotes too. Then do df.head. Okay, so with df.head, you can see that your file has been successfully loaded, and you can see your overview of your file. So as you can see, this is our data set. Okay, so this is we are just fetching the first 5 rows of our data set. Okay, so as you can see, area type, availability, location, size, society, total square feet, how many bathrooms, balcony, how many, and the price. Okay, so this data set is very old. That's why you will see the price are very less. Nowadays, these prices will be too much high. But these are the means by working on this data set, you will get an idea that how to deal with this kind of data set. Okay, so then if you have a latest data set with you, okay, so you know uh, what are the basic features categories. Based on that the price is evaluated. Okay, and then you will have an idea how to handle the missing values. Okay, and based on that you can calculate the price using the same models which we are going to use today. So that is one of the things which will help you out. Okay, so now this is we have seen the data set. You can see the type. Area type has some means what is the area, super built up area, plot built up area, and okay, availability after 19th December. Okay, it will be available ready to move. And then location, these are the values. Okay, means you can see here this kinds of values are present. Okay, now let's just see the shape. So I have told you already it has approx 13,320 rows and 9 columns. Okay, let's have let's look out at the data types and all the other informations which will be needed um, in our data set. Okay, so let's look out those things. So as you can see, the that as we have already checked the shape, so it has 13,320 entries, it means rows ranging from 0 to 13,319. Okay, then there are 19 columns, 9 columns. Okay, I'm sorry. And the first column is of object type, which is area type, then availability, location. Okay, in location there is one missing value. In size there is few more missing values. In society there are many missing values. Then in bath also there is some missing value present. In balconies too there is a missing value. Okay, and okay, so how many float data types are there? So only bath, balcony, and price. These being the three columns with float type, and rest of the others is of object type. So we have to consider these things also, because when we are going to uh, use our model, so we have to see that which model we are using. Based on that, if there will be a need, so we need to change it. Okay, we need to change the object types to numeric, so that we'll see. Okay, we'll see with the upcoming codes and commands what we need to do. Okay, now uh, so this was all the summary, you can say, all the info about your data set. Okay, so there are missing values. Okay, so we have to deal with them. That is one bigger understanding which we can get from this. Okay, now let's just look at out the statistical summary of this. Okay, so df.describe. So this is going to include only these three types, because only these are the numerical columns. So this will include only these three: bath, balcony, and price. And one more thing, guys, um, price here is the target variable. Okay, so excluding price, all the rest of the 8 columns are the feature columns. Okay, which is responsible for predicting the price. Okay, which is responsible for predicting the price. Okay, and price being the targeted variable. Okay, targeted column. So okay, so I think that should be clear, so then it will be easy for us to understand. Okay, so now from this statistical summary and the information, what we get to know, we just get to know one important thing, that there are missing values. So let's just do what, let's check out how many missing values are there, and along with their percentage. Okay, so we want both of the things, percentage as well as uh, the total exact number. So based on that we can understand so whether we need to fill those values, okay, with proper some technique, or whether we should directly remove that or drop that column particularly. If it will be more, so we can just simply delete or drop the whole column, or if there is minimal value, so we will try to fix it out. Okay, so let's see that. So here we'll see the missing values. We'll perform a missing value analysis. So I'll do what, I'll create an object missing. Okay, and I'll create a data frame separately for that, where I'll do what, where I want two things. First, I want the missing count. Okay. Earlier we were doing separately. Here I want it as a data frame. Okay. So yes, that is also possible. You guys can do that also. That's why I've told you. So stay tuned. Today we are going to use some interesting techniques and missing count, and then we want the missing percentage. Now we already know how to calculate the percentage. So take the total average mean, multiply it by 100. Okay, so that is going to give you the total percentage. Then we'll sort the values in descending order. So it means that the missing values, the columns which have highest missing values, that will be at the top. Okay. So for that, we need to do ascending equals to false. And that's it. Just now we'll print our missing data frame. So here we'll get a total count and the percentage. Okay. So for all the columns, so society being the column which has the highest number of missing values, missing count, with 5,502 values which are missing, okay, in society column. And if we'll calculate the percentage of it, so that will be 41.3 percentage. Okay, so that is a very big number. Okay, and rest being the second being the balcony, which has 609 missing values, which in total gives us a 4.5 percentage. Then all the other three values having the very less number of missing values, okay, which is not even the 1% of the whole data set. So we can just simply remove them, or we can fill them also, okay, because as you can see it is less than 1%, it's not going to give that much impact to our data set. But because they are very less in number, so we can fill them also. Okay, that is also one of the good approaches, so we'll try to fill them out. Okay, but the critical thing is that for society we need to do something. Okay, so either we need to just drop the column. Okay, so it will be better to just drop the column because it is approx 41%. Okay, so it will be ideal to drop the column. So now we have performed the analysis for the missing values, and now we know that which column has how many values missing. Okay, based on that, now we'll handle the missing values. Okay, so what we can do, first of all, we'll start by dropping the columns which have the highest number of missing values, which, okay, so society was the column. Okay, so let's first start by drop. So we'll drop the column society, and then for bath and balcony, what we can do, for bath and balcony, we just simply can fill it with the median. Okay, so let's do that. Why we are only filling bath and balcony? Okay, why we will not fill, first of all, let me just do that. So bath dot fill na df bath will fill it with the median, and to make the changes permanent to our data frame, we have to write in place true. Okay, and same thing we'll do it with the balcony. And the other, after filling these all the values, the rest of the nan values, we will just drop it. Okay, so we will just simply drop it. Let's execute the cell. Oh, again the spelling mistakes. Okay, I think I have made the mistake in the. Okay, it is a key error. Okay, let me just add the parameter errors, ignore. Okay, okay. So now all the values have, okay, 0, 0, 0. So now it has worked correctly. Okay, now, so this was one of the error. Maybe this maybe have occurred because of some median thing. Okay, means some there could be some error. Okay, so this errors will do what? It will kind of ignore those things. Okay, which was creating the trouble. So typically the error was in the first. Maybe what should I do? Either maybe that particular column would have already means it means it have thrown an error, but all the values have been filled automatically, or the society column in the first run only, maybe the society column has deleted. Now when I just make the second run, so it might give me an error that now society does not exist. So to fix this, what I can do, uh, one simple technique was to directly again uh, run this particular thing, so that I'll load my data set again into a data frame, and again I have to run these particular things, or I'll ignore the error and I'll move ahead. Okay, so that is also one thing which I can do. Now I don't know you guys have noticed or not, but when I was checking this particular my data set, then I get one thing here. Okay, let me show you. So total square feet dot value counts. Okay, so as you can see, these are all the values. So in these values, particularly if you'll notice, so all the values here is a numeric value, okay? But when you'll see the data type of this total square feet is object, okay? So now what we need to do, now we basically need to convert it, okay, to a numeric data type, okay? So for that, what we can do, we can simply create a function, and we can directly apply that function to our column total square feet, so that it could change to a float value. Okay, because at the end we need a numerical data, because as you can see clearly, I have printed, or means I have extracted all the unique values, okay, from our column, and these are all the unique values. Okay, so means these values are repeating again and again, and clearly you can see there is no any characters or any other things. Okay, so they totally is a numeric, but the data type is object, so we need to change it. So let's just change it. Okay, So for that, I'll create a function called as convert square feet, which will take on parameter. I'll use exceptional handling because again there could be some error, okay, which are undefined. So I'll just directly take it. So this function clearly determines that if it is a string value, then convert it to a float. Otherwise, give me nan. Okay, so give me a nan value. But as we know, all the values are numeric. But this is one way. Okay, so now we'll create again a total square feet. Now it will create two total square feet, one with the numerical column, one with the object one. So we need to delete the object one. Let me execute this cell. So it has been successfully executed. So we have successfully changed the data type. Okay, so let just one more time, let's just verify it. So you will see total square feet is now changed the data type to float 60, means as float data type. Okay, now what we need to do, now we need to extract the bhk from the size. Okay, so if you look out at the data set, since the size you can see 2 4 bedroom, okay, 3 bhk, okay, and then different 6 bedroom. So there are different values. So what we'll do, we'll just simply extract the bhk, okay, from the size column. So let's do that. So df bhk, sorry, size, and from size we want to extract the bhk. So what we'll do, we'll apply lambda function, okay, where we'll extract uh, integer x dot split. And in the split, what we'll do, split will basically do what, uh, it will convert that particular, because it is an object, so it will convert it into two different words in a list. Okay, and that from that list we are extracting the first value. That will obviously will be a numeric value, as you can see, 2 bhk, 4 bedroom, 3 bhk. So it will extract the numeric value, and because it is a numeric value but in an object format, that's why the integer function will convert it to an integer value. Okay, so at the end we will having a column called as bhk. So now because we have a column called as bhk, so we don't need size anymore. Okay, so we can just simply delete size. So df dot drop the whole columns, that will be size. Okay, if you want to verify again, I can do that. So now you'll see uh, you have BHK and there is no more size. So BHK is with you. Okay. Okay, that's it. And by deleting all the NaN values, okay, so the size has been, it was initially 3000, 13,320. Now it has been decreased to 257. So yeah, so okay, it does not matter that much because uh, it was very less in size. So that's why we have just simply deleted it. Okay. Now, before that, we have total square feet, but we don't have price for per square feet. What is the price for per square feet? Okay, so let's calculate that also because that is going to be used whenever we'll try to perform the price distribution or uh, in our data visualization or when we have to perform EDA, then it will be necessary. So we'll do what? We'll now create one more column called as price per square feet. Okay, then we have to perform calculation. So we'll extract first of all the price column. Okay, now based on this price column, first of all we'll multiply this by, I guess, 1 lakh. So six zeros. Okay, and divided with df dot total square feet. Okay, so by this we'll get one more column, price per square feet. So what will be the price per square feet? Okay, so based on that we'll do the calculations. Now let's see the price distribution, that how the price is distributed among all the for all the flights. Okay, and we'll see the count versus price. Okay, so let's see that to get a more interactive view of the whole, means a whole structured about how the price is distributed based on the count. Okay, so title will be the house price distribution. That's it, plt.show. Let's have a view at our uh how the plot looks like. Okay, so this is the total count, okay, which we are getting, where you can see the count. Okay, based on this is the price range. Okay, it is totally right skewed. So it is totally right skewed in nature. Okay, and these are the total counts on the range from 0 to 500. The count has reached approx how 1000 plus. Okay, so and then it's just directly getting low low low. Okay, till the value is getting towards, okay, this value also. So these being the outliers. Okay, maybe. Now let's analyze one more plot that will be um between the total square feet versus the price. Okay, So that will give us a more understanding about the data set, about the prices according to the square feet. Okay, so as you can see this plot, okay, it is a scatter plot which gives us with analyzing this plot, we can clearly say it is a price versus total square feet. So there is a clear positive correlation, okay, and there are some outlier values also which are very far away, okay, as you can see here, these values, okay, which is approx very far from the normal values, okay. Here is the bunch of ranges, okay, which was clearly see which we were able to see in the price distribution also. And okay, now let's do what? Let's see the VHK versus the price, okay. According to the BHK, means according to the size, initially the size, but now we have structured as BHK. So according to the BHK, what will be the price? Okay, so let's see that. So box plot. And one more thing, we have not removed the outliers yet, okay. So there will be outliers included. Now let's see this plot, okay. So too many outliers as you can see. So price is increasing with the BHK is increasing, okay. So for 1 BHK the price is okay this, for 2, then for 3, 4, 5 and 6. So according to me the BHKs are increasing, the price is also increasing, and there are many uh, outliers also what you can see over here, okay. And many prices are overlapping prices, okay. So it means the location matters actually, okay. Now let's just have a, now because here as we can see there is very overlapping in the prices and location as matters. So what we can do, we can basically have a location wise price per square feet, okay, and we can fetch the top 10 locations, okay, by the average price per square feet. So that will give us a better understanding of all the other necessary things. So let's do that. So let's first extract the top locations, okay. So df dot group by location and with price per square feet. We want the top 10, so I need to make it 10 here. Okay. Now on the top locations which we have get through, let's plot a bar plot. Let's set the size of our figure. Okay. So with this, as you can see, the top 10 locations with the price per square foot is, first of all, is Giri Lakshmi layout, okay, which being the highest. Then there is uh, Sri Rampuram, then Suraj Gazaj Kanhali, and rest of the thems you can see on the screen. So these are the top 10 locations, okay, based on price per square feet. So location is the very strongest price driver, okay. So based on locations, the prices, as you can see, it's very high, okay. So there are some locations which are very high in nature. So location is playing a very important role on deciding the price. So it is one of the important features. So these were all the visualizations which we have performed. Now, what we need to do now, we'll like to predict the prices according to the values which will provide, just like the locations, okay, balconies, bathrooms, okay, BHK. Based on that, we'll try to calculate the price. So for that, what we need to do, first of all, there are still few columns left, okay, just like area type, availability, and location, okay. So we'll try to do what? We'll try to convert this first of all, okay, to the we'll resample it to in respect to some other numeric data type, okay. So let's try to do that. So first of all, we'll start by converting the availability. Okay, so you can see, if I'll give you a better understanding what are the values inside availability. So we'll try to convert this into a numerical form, into a binary form, 1 or 0. So ready to move or immediate, okay, position. So based on that, we'll try to convert it. So let's do that. So def will create a function. So as you can see, the total value counts is approx 41 new values. Okay. Um, Let me just give you a clear view of all the types of values. So ready to move, ready to move. Okay. We are getting that there are some dates also. Okay. So what we'll do, if we'll get something like ready to move or immediate positions, okay, positions. So what for that, for those kinds of value, we'll make it uh, I guess there is some